We welcome you to College Station and Davis Diamond. On this Sunday, the Texas A&M Aggies play host to Mississippi State. And A&M is going for the sweep. Series finale right here on SEC Network Plus. Let's bring you into the broadcast booth. I'm Will Johnson with Donna Stark. And thus far, A&M, we told you, they've won the first two games, but for either team, pitching's kind of been the order of the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both games have really seemingly been decided in the circle. Both pitching staffs have done a good job of keeping both of these lineups a little tame, but the real difference has been that A&M was able to capitalize on a few Mississippi State miscues in the circles, a lot of walks, free bases, and that's really been the difference. So we'll see, today if either team can decide to get the bats going.
So the Aggie dominance in the circle, let's show it to you. It's a couple of Sydneys, Sydney Peters, Sydney Lessentine, and they have really carried the Aggies over the weekend. Yeah,
that's right. How about the Sydneys coming alive down the stretch and able to really stretch these performances out and save some bullpen arms for, games like today when they're trying to go for a sweep. Both Sydneys going the distance, 7 innings. Limited walks, you see both of them just 2 and 4 walks. Not a ton of strikeouts, but they were able to keep the ball in the ballpark and able to keep Mississippi State really off of the scoreboard, just scoring 1 run over these last 2 games.
And that means Grace Sparks, tough acts to follow in the 2 Sydneys, but it falls upon Grace Sparks to go and get this 3rd and final game for A&M.
Yeah, Grace Sparks, again, like you said, the other 2 really set the table. But Grace is going to work mostly low. Her ball naturally drops, but you're going to see her work that drop ball. She tunnels that changeup really well, and she's going to hang out around the mid-60s.
And Sparks will face Morgan Stiles to start it off for Mississippi State. They just haven't been able to produce enough offense in 2 close games this weekend. And it'll go Stiles, then Barbary, then Sells. And you can see just the 1 hit for the entire weekend with runners on base.
Yeah, that's kind of been a pretty common theme here as of late for Mississippi State. Coach Ricketts talking about, look, they need the timely hitting. And she was kind of hoping that this weekend would be where we see some breakout hits in big positions for the Bulldogs, but they continue to leave runners on base.
That was just foul off the bag at 3rd base. But really, it's both teams. There's just been 14 total hits this weekend, period. Just 7 by the Aggies, 7 by the Bulldogs. And right on cue, that's a fair ball down the line. So a base hit for Morgan Stiles to get Mississippi State started on this Sunday. And here comes that need for situational hitting. Even A&M in the win yesterday, they got the shutout from Sydney Lessentine. The Aggies' big inning was in the 2nd. In yesterday's ball game, they got 3 runs without the benefit of a hit in that frame.
Right, and that was, it came at the cost of a lot of free passes. You said 13 on the weekend that the Mississippi State pitching staff has given up, and I think that's just a big, mark on what has otherwise been a pretty clean weekend.
And not a lot of margin for error in an SEC weekend. Both teams have been good, but when you're elevated in the walk column like Mississippi State pitching has been, it can be the difference. Well, Mississippi State starts with a base runner. Nadia Barbary at the plate. Barbary has 2 of the 7 Mississippi State hits this weekend. She also has the only extra base hit of the weekend by a Bulldog. And this is very high to center field. Kelsey Mathis went back, then came in to make the easy catch.
You know, Will, I was also thinking game 1 and 2, weather has been all over the place. This is the nicest day that these teams have seen here at Davis Diamond. The wind is actually carrying out to the left, like towards left field. So we'll see if that plays a factor today, if the ball's going to carry a little bit more.
Yeah, I think some of those gusts are going to get up to around 20 miles per hour today. Temperature is very comfortable, right around 70 degrees, and we should hold there for most of the game. Yesterday, they were delayed for 30 minutes in game.
Yeah, a little rain.
Tarp came out on the field. Didn't last too long. Kiera set plate with 1 out and 1 on. Sparks was down in the count, came back with a strike. So stays in it. That's hit well down the left field line, base hit. 2 hits in the inning for Mississippi State, so a chance for them to grab an early lead. Cleanup hitter Paige Ernstis coming up. Runners on first and second.
Yeah, Sparks just leaves this one over the middle. And Sells able to take it out to the left field for a base hit. You know, we talk about Mississippi State and the timely hitting and all of that. It starts with the top of this lineup. They are the most productive hitters in this lineup, and they have to be the ones to get it going. So if you're the Bulldogs right now, you got to be happy with this start. 2 base hits. It looks like they're not trying to do too much. Just take what you're given, get runners on base, because that's what they need. They haven't seen a run come across since Friday.
Yeah, just the visual of it can provide a boost.
Yeah, and just sometimes stringing hits together can kind of get the mojo back when you feel like yesterday, I mean, Lessentine, I believe, held them to just 3 or 4 hits. And so when you're, you know, when you're limited on base, you're not seeing a lot of movement, that can, you know, that can mess with you a little bit.
And we showed you the number, what they were hitting with runners on base. Well, Sells did just deliver a moment ago with a runner on. Ernstis trying to do the same thing and bounce that foul just off the bag at third base. And you have a 2-2 count. So an early situation, State trying to strike first. Sparks looking for a big out. Shallow left center field. Paisley Allen calling everybody off. 2 down. So Sparks got the out, needs 1 more to strand a couple of Mississippi State runners. It'll be up to Anna Carter. Sparks will usually be in the zone. A strike thrower, just 7 walks all season long, but will allow some base hits. It's now almost 30 innings thrown in this year for Sparks, and it's 36 hits given up with the 2 in this top of the first. So you kind of got to be ready to swing if you're Mississippi State when you face Grace Sparks. Here's some groans from the Davis Diamond crowd.
Yeah, they're
on the
riled
appeal
up
at third. Yeah. Also, they were wondering about the check swing as well. But it's 2-0 to Anna Carter. The other thing about Sparks is she used to pitch at Ole Miss, so she was right in the middle of the Ole Miss Mississippi State rivalry in her past.
She's familiar.
Not sure if she brings some of that rivalry aspect with her here, that disdain for the Bulldogs here to A&M.
Hey, as long as they're still on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but to your point about Sparks, right? Especially with drop ballers, a lot of times trying to keep the ball low in the zone so that hitters will roll over and create that ground ball. So she might not have as many strikeouts, but she's really going for those ground ball outs.
And a rare walk issued by Grace Sparks. So the bases are loaded, but there are 2 outs. And a very early moment in this game with Morgan Bernardini stepping to the plate.
Well, we're talking about that timely hitting. We'll see if they can cash in here.
Just off the corner away, and a 1-0 count to Bernardini. Bernardini, a .271 hitter for the season, but just .191 in conference play against SEC pitching. And home plate umpire Jonathan Hand, he's hearing it early from this Davis Diamond crowd.
They wasted no time.
The home crowd wants everything to be a strike,
That's
right?
When
when their team is pitching. Yeah, they're gonna. That one was in, so 2-1. And you got a 2-2 count now, so definitely some traffic in the Bulldogs' first at bat. But they just haven't had the big swings this weekend. Can Morgan Bernardini deliver? Just off the corner, and a full count now with 2 outs.
Yeah, the A&M crowd not liking that one, but that's a little bit off the plate.
And that's inside, so it's a bases loaded walk, and kind of interesting, Donna. They don't necessarily get the big swing with runners on base, but nonetheless, it works the same. Mississippi State sees their first run since Friday.
Right, and Will, this is literally just what we were talking about in the open, that Mississippi State did something very similar to this yesterday. That's how A&M was able to cash in. Now, we haven't seen the timely hit yet, but Mississippi State not pulling the trigger on a lot of these pitches that are close, and they don't have to right now. And that's part of it, too. These first couple innings, both teams, when you're kind of surveying where the strike zone is going to be, in these situations where some of these closer pitches aren't getting called, you see runners are starting to get on base with the walk, you're not going to be as quick to pull the trigger.
And you get a look at the A&M bullpen. Sydney Peters is warming up. She got the win, the complete game, in a brilliant effort on Friday. So a bases loaded walk to Bernardini, 1-0 Mississippi State. Here's Des Rivera at the plate, the Bulldog catcher. And it feels like, right as I told you a little bit earlier, that Grace Sparks had only issued 7 walks all season. She gave up the back-to-back walks.
Well, I wasn't going to say it, but...
I've had to say it a few times this year that the announcer jinx is real, and then sometimes it's unavoidable.
I mean, it's just not fair sometimes. If you were going to say it...
I know. You spotlight some really positive things, and all of a sudden it can go the other direction. A 2-2 count to Des Rivera. Inside pitch, turned on it. May have been a ball. up and in, but with 2 strikes, you're protecting that plate. Rivera seemed content on not letting something go by her.
You definitely don't want to go down looking with the bases loaded, so.
That's extra motivation.
Right, exactly.
And that's a hit by pitch inside. Got her right on the leg. So 3 straight free passes issued. Another one with bases loaded and a 2-0 state lead.
Just like that. This looks like a screwball that got away. Sparks just looks like she's having trouble locating any of her pitches right now.
And that's, I'd call that uncharacteristic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zion Romero faces Grace Sparks now. Left field, that's deep. That is over the wall. It's a grand slam for Zion Romero. All of this with 2 outs in the top of the first, and it's a 6-run inning for Mississippi State to start it off.
Well, there's that timely hit.
That's the one they were looking for.
That's the one, and could you draw it up any bigger than a grand slam with 2 outs in the top of the first to get things going for the Bulldogs? Yeah, that up pitch kind of just hangs a little bit too much over the letters. Romero getting all of that. Plates 4.
And what feels so wild about it, this was 2 outs, 2 on.
Yes.
Grace Sparks was so close to getting out of this
Yep.
with no damage. All of a sudden, some control problems and 1 swing of the bat. This thing is 6-0 right away. 9th hitter to the plate in the top of the first, Kenley Keller.
And again, you look at the scoreboard right now, 3 hits, 6 runs. You just can't feel good about the free passes. There's never a good time to be issuing walks, but especially when they start to stack up like that, walk, hit by pitch.
Now, everybody who was on base when the grand slam was delivered, they were on via the free pass.
I don't know how much longer that we're going to see Grace Sparks. She just threw her 40th pitch of this inning.
And is behind in the count to Keller. Keller has driven that into the gap in left center. She'll round first base, but hold up there. Nice job by Kelsey Mathis getting over to it, but it's another base hit. And the inning continues. Mississippi State will have batted around in the top of the first. You're going back to the top of the order in Morgan Stiles.
It's a nice job by Kelsey Mathis cutting that off to just keep that to a base hit for Keller. Looks like Coach Ford is going to make a change here.
So Grace Sparks couldn't get out of the top of the first. A&M goes to the bullpen. big swing this weekend. Zion Romero gave it to him.
Yeah, how about taking advantage with runners on base? We said coming into this they were 1 for 20 with runners on base. Putting an exclamation point on 2 for 20 with a loud grand slam.
And the Aggie starter, Gray Sparks, will just go 2/3 of an inning. The Bulldogs have putting up the 6 runs here in the top of the first, so the Aggies go to the bullpen, and they put Taylor Pennell in. There was some considerable action throughout the top of the first. Sidney Peters was up, who threw Friday, and then after that, Pennell got up and warmed. So you go with Taylor Pennell now. He's trying to keep this right where it is. And I guess if you're the Aggies in their dugout, you're at least saying, hey, we have all day to make this up. We hadn't even come to the plate yet.
Yeah, that's true. And me and you have been in this booth. We've seen it before. We've seen him come back from down 6. But again, you don't want to dig yourself that hole, especially not at the top of the first inning. And all of these runs coming on with 2 outs.
Yeah. Well, that's what you stress at this point. So close to a scoreless top of the first, and instead it's still going. The 10th batter of the inning, Morgan Stiles, batting twice this inning. She got it all started with a single. And Taylor Pennell issues a walk. That's the 4th free pass of the inning. Grace Sparks, when she was in, 2 walks and a hit batter, and now a base on balls issued by Pennell. So still with 2 outs, still rolling. Mississippi State in the top of the first.
One credit, like you said, to Morgan Stiles at the top of this lineup for getting something going here, getting a couple runners on base. And now Mississippi State able to cash in on a lot of the free passes, and here they are again. And now's where you can be a little bit more selective in these counts, because A&M is still having trouble finding the strike zone.
Nadia Barbary. Barbary's one of the outs in the inning, flew out to center field. So Pennell works ahead, 1-2. Reached out, was out in front of it on the off speed, but got the end of the bat on it to stay in the count. Fouled away. That time, Pennell got it by her. Swing and a miss, but a state grand slam off the bat of Zion Romero. The big swing early on this Sunday. 6-0 Mississippi State. A&M due up in the bottom of 1. Well, the state fans here at Davis Diamond certainly appreciated that top of the first inning, and I'll tell you who else was probably appreciative of it is Peja Gould. She staked to a 6-run lead before she even steps into the circle.
How nice is that, right?
Yeah.
That's a really good feeling when you walk out there in the bottom of the first, your team's up 6.
Step out there saying, thanks for the run support.
Yeah, Peja Gould's been really, really good for the Bulldogs this year. She throws 3 different speeds. She's got an off-speed curve. She can move that to either side. And she tunnels that drop and change really well. That's really deceptive for hitters to try and figure out the way that she disguises both of those pitches. So we'll see if this A&M lineup can get to her today.
Kennedy Powell will lead it off for A&M. Then you go with Talon Edwards, the Oklahoma State transfer, and the big hitter, Maya Perez, third. And that's exactly what Gould wants after she staked to the lead. Get an out right away, get the leadoff hitter off base, and Powell on the ground to Zayan Romero, first out of the inning. Now, we told you A&M coming in just 7 hits in this series despite winning both games. So not a ton offensively for the Aggies. Talon Edwards 1 for 5 over the weekend.
That's kind of surprising for this group, just considering how well they've been doing offensively in this last stretch. But again, sometimes it's just about finding ways to get wins. And you're not always going to have everybody producing, especially when you're facing a pitching staff like Mississippi State. They have just been so good this year.
Yeah, for A&M, it's kind of just been finding a way offensively mixed with good pitching. That's what's gotten them both games. But I'm sure if you're in that lineup, they want to ignite in their own right.
Oh, yeah.
And Edwards hit that sharply on the ground. It was a tough play for Morgan Stiles. Edwards will be on base, and she will be awarded a hit, and I think rightfully so.
Nice job by Talon Edwards with 2 strikes. Just sending that the other way. Again, when you're down 6, right, and it's your first ups, you're not trying to get all 6 back right now. You're just trying to get runners on base, get that field going, get some hits, and chip away at this lead.
And now it's Maya Perez. She has 2 of the Aggie hits this weekend. One of them's a home run, the 15 homers on the year. But really just a good hitter in her own right. It's not just the power is what I'm saying. I mean, just a good hitter, takes her walks. And in fact, she has been on base in all 45 A&M games this year.
That's incredibly impressive.
And hit that hard. And that will land. Kiera Sells making an effort for it. Could not quite make the diving grab. So 2 aboard for A&M in the bottom of the first.
Make it 46 games that
there you go.
Maya Perez has now reached base.
Streak continues. So 2 hard hit balls, 2 good defensive efforts by Mississippi State, just couldn't quite get the glove on them. Both of them are hits, 2 hits. Edwards a moment ago, Perez right there, and here's the home run leader, Michaela Wark, with 18 of them this year. That's a good pitch on the inside corner. 1-1 to Michaela Wark. Right field, Sells makes that grab, and there's 2 down in the inning. Mississippi State and Peja Gould will now try to strand a couple of Aggies aboard. So with Edwards at second, Perez at first, the catcher, Ariel Kowalewski, steps in from the left side. Opposite field, that is a third base hit of the inning. But the Aggies are going station to station. They're loaded with 2 outs.
It's a nice piece of hitting by the lefty. Just serving something out to left field. And again, nobody's trying to do too much. You can't cut this deficit with one swing. So they've done a nice job of passing the baton in this bottom of the first. We'll see if they can cash in here with them loaded.
Kelsey Mathis at the plate, outside on the first pitch to her. Caught the inside corner again. Nice pitch. 1-1. Gonna make a quick throw to first base, Nadia Barbary, and she will get Kelsey Mathis. The Aggies get 3 hits in the inning. They load the bases, but they don't get anybody home. Mississippi State takes a sizable lead to the second inning. Mississippi State, the big top of the first inning. Samantha Ricketts and her club trying to salvage a game this weekend, and she's really got them in position to possibly be a host in the NCAA tournament. That's really one of the reasons this series was so big, is you're kind of heading down the home stretch of the regular season, and you're talking about NCAA tournament positioning. Well, A&M and Mississippi State, they both feel like they could host at least a regional in their home parks. That's the position Samantha Ricketts has stayed in.
That's really where you want to be headed down the stretch. Put yourself in a position to host a regional, because there's nothing like being home an extra weekend.
Both of these squads have 2 more SEC series left after they're done here in College Station. And then it's the conference tournament, then it's Selection Sunday, and that's another hit batter by an Aggie pitcher. Taylor Pinnell hits Kiara Sells. So it's 5 free passes issued early by A&M in the circle. It was Grace Sparks, and now it's Taylor Pinnell. And Mississippi State out to the big lead, trying to add to it with the lead runner aboard in the top of 2. Low and a 1-1 count to Paige Ernstes. Ernsted's looking for her first hit of the weekend. Only started one of the games. This is her second start of the weekend, not all three of them.
Yeah, she's been getting more at bats, kind of coming around, working back from an injury, so.
Somehow reached out, pulled that. Well foul. Hit that hard foul, pull side again. Way up, runners going. And in at second base, Kiera Sells. Sells now 9 of 11 this season on her stolen base attempts.
Oh, looks like.
Oh, are they calling her for leaving too early? They've just taken her off the base paths. So Sells, not a stolen base, she's an out. It was deemed she left first base too early, I believe.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
So one down and no longer a runner for State. That is way up, and that goes to the netting. So here's another look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's off. Left too soon and is called out.
Another full count.
Check swing, didn't go around. Ernstes draws a walk. Good call.
Yeah, she held up.
And they asked over at first base, umpire Chelsea Clark over there, confirmed that Ernstes didn't go around, so she's on first base now with one out for Anna Carter. This is where it went south on the Aggies in the top of the first. It was Carter who walked, then Bernardini walked. After that, Rivera was hit by a pitch, and then Romero delivered her grand slam. So it was Carter who kind of started that onslaught for Mississippi State that was helped along because of the free passes. Seems like Pinnell, there's some big misses up right now.
Yeah, especially she's missing up on the right side, and it looks like low if she's going inside on a lefty.
It's down the line, but that's going to go foul.
You know, something interesting that Coach Ricketts was saying earlier was about getting this Mississippi State team to get their best cuts off earlier in the count. They haven't had to do that today. And until this A&M pitching staff is able to locate, they can sit back and wait and get deeper into some of these counts with, again, a lot of these counts, another full count.
Yeah, you go in with that game plan probably expecting the Aggies to throw strikes.
Absolutely.
But you almost have to adjust because they just haven't found the zone. And that's another up, way up. And another walk. So you're an inning and a third into this game. You've walked 6, and that was what you had issued total for the first 2 games.
Yeah, we talk about walks can be the difference maker, have been the difference maker in this series. I just don't think I first saw multiple A&M pitchers just unable to locate. And here's the thing is, it's not like a lot of these pitches are missing by a little bit. We're talking big misses right now that are making it easier for the Mississippi State hitters to sit back and go, all right, well, they could arguably, take a strike, and they could work these counts to full and potentially get on base. We just keep seeing free passes.
And Tricia Ford, who just visited the circle, I mean, she is a pitching coach by trade. You know this has to drive her crazy.
Yeah, absolutely, especially when you go into game 3 with a plan. You're trying to get through, this pitcher's gonna go this many hitters, or this person's gonna go through the lineup once or twice. They're saying that hitter.
Oh, that's another free pass. That's the 3rd hit batter to go along with all the walks. And the thing is, A&M, they've already won the series. They're going for the sweep today, but if you were in the mind of Tricia Ford right now, none of that would matter.
No.
You wouldn't know that the Aggies have secured a series win at this point with the free passes that she's watching go by.
No, the other issue, too, becomes you can't even let your defense work in this scenario. The defense is just standing out there waiting for something to happen as well.
So all told, it's 8 free passes issued by A&M in an inning and a third pitched. Reaching out, coming in right field, Frankie Vrajel will make the catch. That's going to hold everybody right there. Shallow and Vrajel throwing immediately toward the plate. Everybody holds. That was off the bat of Des Rivera. And that brings up Zion Romero. Well, Romero, she was in this situation in the top of the first. As you know, she delivered.
Yeah, Romero, the one breaking this thing open in the top of the first.
It was bases loaded, 2 outs. And here she comes again, same situation, got a 1-1 count now.
Well, if you're Pennell here, the difficult thing can be, hey, I'm trying to locate, but you don't want to put anything too much over the plate. Give Romero the opportunity to potentially take another one. That's a nice off-speed pitch by Pennell to get ahead in the count.
Ripped right at Kennedy Powell and a nice backhanded catch. Hit hard, but Mississippi State will strand them loaded in the second. Zion Romero twice with bases loaded, twice hit the ball hard, one a grand slam, one caught. Trisha Ford certainly having a few conversations with the pitching staff for the Aggies here. She handles the pitchers as well. All of it's gone pretty well this season, just not necessarily today. She's got the Aggies in the hunt for a conference title. And you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but A&M, a game behind Oklahoma and Alabama for first place in the SEC. A&M hosts Oklahoma in the final regular season series here at Davis-Diamond in a couple of weeks, and things start trending, continue to trend the way they are. Not out of the question that a conference title could be on the line, Donna.
Could be a very big series here. Big weekend in College Station for a couple weeks. Bunch of things going on. Potential SEC regular season champs could be decided. We don't know. There's still time left, but.
Well, A&M, they were close last year to the regular season title.
Right.
Didn't quite get it, but then they went to the SEC tournament. And they were set to face off against Oklahoma in the finals in Athens, Georgia.
Yes.
And in the finals of the bracket, but it got rained out. They couldn't play it, and they awarded A&M and OU co-tournament titles since the game could not be played. That's a base hit by KK DeMint. The Aggies have the leadoff hitter on in the bottom of the second. There's your SEC standings. Alabama, OU 14-3, A&M 13-4, and you could probably still say Florida, Texas, Tennessee may be in the hunt as well. Home stretch of the regular season. And this is the time of year I always say that you feel like something rides on every pitch. It all gets elevated once you get late in the regular season, then you head to your conference tournaments, then the NCAA regionals and supers and the College World Series. Nobody is covering first base on a bunt laid down by Paisley Allen. 2 Aggies aboard with nobody out.
A little situational play here by A&M. Paisley Allen dropping that bunt perfectly, but nobody covering first base for Mississippi State. So no throw. And now quickly it's first and second, no outs. Can the Aggies start to put something together here?
Stranded, the base is loaded in the bottom of 1. They need something across here in the bottom of 2, and it's Frankie Vrajel at the bottom of the lineup. She'll try to turn it over to the top with Kennedy Powell waiting next. Pretty good swing, and that'll land in center field. Well, there were 3 hits by the Aggies in the first inning. They didn't get a run. They've got 3 hits this inning. Still looking for that first run of the game, but nobody is out in the bottom of 2.
Well, like you said earlier, they continue to go station to station, and it's really just been based on the fact of where these balls have landed that Mississippi State been able to get behind every single one. They've just kind of landed in shallow. A lot of these are landing in shallow left field. So not able to do too much there in the ways of aggressive base running.
So bases loaded, nobody out. Back to the top of the order for A&M and Kennedy Powell. And Peja Gould wanted a conversation, it appears, with home plate umpire Jonathan Hand. I thought it was Paige Ernstes, who was playing first base, summoned Jonathan Hand out to the circle to have a conversation with Peja Gould. Now, whatever that conversation was about seems to be settled. And right away, Kennedy Powell, a single up the middle. Paisley Allen had to hurdle that, and once she did, headed to third base and scoring KK DeMint 6-1.
Look at this. That's a great piece of hitting by Kennedy Powell. Look at that hurdle at second base by Paisley Allen. That's impressive stuff. And now quickly it feels like Texas A&M able to gain some momentum here.
First 4 Aggies to the plate in the bottom of the second have all gotten a hit. They're all singles. A&M has 7 hits in the game already. They're all singles. Mississippi State's leading 6-1, but the Aggies have out-hit the Bulldogs 7-4. Davis Diamond and the Aggies in general starting to come alive. When you start to see bubbles here at Davis Diamond, you know things are starting to get a little more energetic.
Yes.
And how about a little yell practice first?
That's right. Well, she got the fans going and everything. Well, she's got those down. Saudi getting the...
As if this place weren't energetic enough.
Right.
Maddie Sawney with the quick yell practice.
We've heard she's just a ball of energy for them in the dugout. Getting the crowd fired up even more than they are.
Well, now it's Talon Edwards. The Aggies are just trying to pass the bat to the next hitter, and there's nobody out in the inning. Edwards, her base hit back in the first. It was a hard hit ball toward the shortstop, Morgan Stiles. It was a tough play on her trying to backhand it. Stiles knocked it down, kept it on the infield, but there was no chance to get Edwards. So Talon Edwards, a base hit already in this game. Way out, and it's 2-0 to her. That's a nice pitch. Little breaking ball for a strike. Gould just needs an out. But it's 3-1. We told you walks the first 2 days this series had been a problem for Mississippi State. Gould hasn't walked anybody as of yet, but a 3-1 count to Talon Edwards. And there is her first base on balls issued, still nobody out. Another run comes home. Paisley Allen scores. 6-2.
Just like that, Texas A&M has the tying run at the plate.
And guess who it is? Maya Perez, who can certainly tie a game with any swing of the bat. Starts her off with a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
Maya Perez now a junior, and we've just seen her continue to mature every single year. And she's been fantastic her career here, but every year it just seems like she's able to hit another gear.
Perez right on cue, ties it with one swing. Both teams have a grand slam in this one.
Well, there's that other gear we're talking about. How about it for Maya Perez? This ball heads towards the outer half of the plate. Maya Perez stays all the way through that, hits it dead center, and ties this ball game up just like that. She knew it as soon as she hit it. She's fired up, and this crowd feels like it has gotten a whole new life.
My goodness, now it's Michaela Wart, the home run leader. They had the base hits, Brought some bubbles. You had the impromptu yell practice, then the grand slam. It's all happening for the Aggies in the bottom of 2, and they've drawn even.
Well, we talked about it earlier, especially in the bottom of the first, that you're not going to be able to get them all back in one shot, but we saw them string together, base hit, walk, and then you get the big one.
And you're going to get another run. Still nobody out this inning, Donna, and now you get another runner on base because Wark is hit by a pitch.
Well, this game has just felt like it's been full of momentum, right? I mean, top of the first, it felt all Mississippi State. Aggies able to string a couple hits together in the bottom of the first. Now, A&M avoids more trouble in the top of the second, and suddenly, A&M has all the momentum back, just like that. I mean, it's hard to believe that we're still in the bottom of the second inning.
Yeah, and Ansley Gross going to come in and pinch hit. Excuse me, not pinch hit, pinch run for A&M. Ansley Gross pinch running for Michaela Wark at first base. Yeah, but it's wild. It's Mississippi State. They got a grand slam in the top of the first to put up 6. A&M later on, they get a grand slam in the bottom of 2 to put up 6. If you're just joining us, you've missed quite a bit. And Mississippi State's had action in their bullpen through all this. And will they go to it?
Looks like they're making a change.
It has that look, you're right. And the doors to the bullpen have opened. We will get a new Mississippi State pitcher. Gould got out of the first inning without allowing a run. A&M loaded the base in the first, but Gould didn't allow a run. But the Aggies have drawn even with 6 in the bottom of 2. And the big swing for the Aggies. Maya Perez to match the grand slam hit earlier by Mississippi State. We've got a good one and a long way to go this afternoon. Well, offense is the order of the day after pitching had held throughout the weekend. A&M and Mississippi State 6-6, and both starters now out of the game. A&M starter Grace Sparks only went 2/3 of an inning. For Mississippi State, Peja Gould, she'll only go an inning and then not get an out here in the second. So Mississippi State has gone to Alyssa Faircloth in the circle.
The Aggies saw Alyssa Faircloth yesterday. She's back out there again.
Faircloth threw 5 1/3 innings yesterday, only gave up 2 hits, but walked 9.
That has been the story of the weekend, Will.
In the dirt, and that's going to allow the pinch runner, Ansley Gross, to move up. Off speed, and Ariel Kowalewski out in front hit it foul.
Well, Faircloth This is really tough. Tunnels the fastball and change well. That's really deceptive for the hitter. She's got changeup and curve that she'll continuously go to, and she can also work up and down. So if you're an A&M hitter, she's got a lot that can keep you off balance. She's also a lefty, so just a different look from Gould as well.
Now has Kowalewski down in the count, 1-2. Kowalewski singled back in the first inning. And Faircloth comes in, gets a big strikeout right away.
That's a nice job by Faircloth coming in, slowing the momentum a little bit. Goes to that curveball again. When she's got that thing working, when she's got the curveball changeup combo working, that's tough to beat.
And she starts Kelsey Mathis off with a strike. That's in the dirt, well out in front of home plate, and Gross is going to take another bag as a result of it. Gross pinch ran and then goes to second and then third on wild pitches. It looked like Mathis was showing bunt, pulled back because that pitch was so far out in front of home plate. Caught the corner. 2 strikes now to Mathis. Reached out, got it through the left side. The Aggies have the lead. Mathis drives home Gross.
Just a nice job here, 2-strike hitting that ball out in the zone. Mathis able to get the bat head out there, send another base hit to left, and that's good enough for the Aggies to take the lead.
KK Dement up for the second time this inning. The Aggies have batted around. Dement got it all started with a single earlier in the frame. So you get back to those singles. It's all singles in the Maya Perez Grand Slam. 9 hits for A&M now. Dement high in the air, somewhat deep to left field, but just shy of the track. Morgan Bernardini will make the catch, and heading to second base on that is Kelsey Mathis. So 2 down, Paisley Allen coming to the plate. So the quick story of this one is 6 for Mississippi State in the first, 7 for A&M in the second, but a whole lot in the process of getting to this 7-6 score. There's a lot you could dig into. And Allen deep to left, and that's gone. Add more to the story.
We talked about how potent this A&M lineup can be. That one hangs over the middle, a curveball that just headed middle, and Paisley Allen sends that one to left center. Just like that, A&M has 9 at the bottom of the second.
Remember when we came on the air and said it's been a pitching dominant weekend?
I sound like anybody who didn't watch the first 2 games, like, you must be crazy.
Yeah. The first 2 games, if you total it up, was 8 total runs by both teams on 14 total hits over 2 days. You've got 15 runs today, 14 hits today already. Tons of free passes out there as well.
Just the complete opposite of everything that we said in the open. And we said, you know what I did say? Will we see the offenses show up today? And well,
you have your answer.
We have. Asked and answered.
And also, if you just tuned in, you almost wouldn't believe that A&M trailed 6-0 right away. And this is a bottom of the second that just won't quit. Frankie Vrajel a single.
Frankie gets her second hit of the inning. We knew this A&M lineup has the potential to do what they're doing, but we also know how good this Mississippi State pitching staff has been. And so that has been, like we've been talking about, just the story of the first 2 games. We haven't seen this kind of potency from Texas A&M, but they saw that 6th spot in the first inning and said, hey, we got to do something about that.
They keep on swinging. Kennedy Powell. A base hit for her, and Vrajel goes first to third. Well, back to your point, Donna, before the series, Tricia Ford said, I'm concerned about Mississippi State pitching. They can create tough offensive weekends for you. And yeah, for 2 days, pitching was the order of the weekend, but today the Aggies just really having no trouble. I mean, you're talking about an inning and 2/3 in of A&M at the plate, and they have 12 hits.
Right.
Talon Edwards has been on base both times she's come to the plate, single in the first and a walk earlier in this inning. That walk came with the bases loaded, so it generated an RBI for her. Looks like that will get out of play, and it does. Kennedy Powell was going from first base on that pitch, but a foul ball by Talon Edwards will send her back. That is at Paige Ernstes, and that will mercifully end the inning. But it is a 9-run inning for A&M. They take a 9-6 lead. Maya Perez, a grand slam. That tied it at 6. Paisley Allen, a 2-run homer in the inning. The Aggies rolling after being down 6-0. Well, A&M has the lead now, all of a sudden, and they're going for the sweep, so they're going to go back to their Friday starter in Sydney Peters.
Yeah, Sydney Peters looked fantastic in the circle, going the distance Friday night. 4 strikeouts. She had that curve and rise ball really, really working for her. She's just got elite spin rate. When she is doing what she does well in the circle, she has some serious movement. Very deceptive. A lot of her pitches can throw off opposing hitters. And you just look at how well she did on Friday night. Of course, the Aggies going back to her today, see if she can do the same.
One pitch, swinging, Kinley Keller, and it's a fly out to Paisley Allen. And here's that look back at Friday on Sydney Peters. Goes the complete game to get the win. And just the 1 run allowed.
Just 4 hits, 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch. Look, limited free passes will do that, but you know, that's what the story will.
In getting that win, Sydney Peters in conference play against SEC opposition ran her record to 5-1. And in conference play, a 2.87 ERA. Morgan Stiles in the top of the order for State. Stiles has reached base both times she's come up. Single in the first, walk in the second. The pace we're on, it feels like everybody's going to get about 7 plate appearances. That's today, right. 1 per inning.
Both teams have gotten 2 per inning, I believe.
And both teams, Mississippi State batted around in the first, A&M batted around in the second. Oh, but Peters trying to calm this thing down, quickly comes in and gets 2 outs.
Big strikeout. Peters working ahead in the count, gets that rise ball to go. Quickly, it's 2 down here in the top of the 3rd.
Nadia Barbary steps up. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to her.
You can see when Peters is spinning it well like that, you got to look up, you got to look down.
Up and in, and another swing and a miss by Barbary.
That rise ball can be so deceptive. And you look, that first pitch, down and away, next pitch, up and a little in.
Check swing, popped it up over the infield, coming in. Maya Perez to make the catch, and in a far cry from what we've seen so far, that's a quick 3-up, 3-down inning. Sydney Peters coming in doing nice work for the Aggies. Maya Perez due up to start for A&M in the bottom of the third inning. In the bottom of the second, the grand slam. It tied it at the time.
Look, she knew right away. And that ball was not middle. That was headed towards the outer half of the plate. But Maya able to stay through and barrel that up. And she is just so strong that as soon as she's able to put a bat head on it like she did and get that around, she's just got such quick hands. Of course it's gonna go.
That's the thing, Donna. I think some people call her a power hitter. I think she's just a great hitter, and the power comes with it.
Agreed.
And that's why you talk about she's been on base.
Yes.
All 46 games
right.
that A&M has played. Hard cut there. This man wanted another one.
Yeah, I think so. But especially, like, you look at her numbers, right? She's hitting well over 450 on the year. That's average. So she's not just a home run or strikeout.
Hit that hard, but foul.
Watch out, Hef.
Yeah. We've had one Aggie hurdle a ground ball today. Oh, I had to get another one, too.
Get those feet up. Like, he's like, not today.
Yeah, not off the bat of Maya Perez. Come on.
That'll sting.
That's some exit velocity.
Yes. 72 off the bat on that one.
You don't want that off the ankle either. Went up. That's a big pitch by Faircloth. Ended up striking her out swinging.
Yeah, that's a great pitch. Faircloth goes back to the rise ball. Maya wants it, but that ball just skips up. It's a big strikeout.
So Perez, after her single and her grand slam, a strikeout victim. Here's Michaela Wark. Wark today has flown out to right and been hit by a pitch.
You talk about another transfer who's really added some more power to this lineup as well. 18 home runs, you said it earlier. But she's also hitting for average as well, just continually finding ways to get on base.
That just went foul.
You know, talking to Coach Ford, Michaela Wark, this is really one of the first seasons that she's fully healthy. And it's, you know, it's nice when you can put together a good year, but Faircloth again here goes to the rise ball. That's her third strikeout on the day.
This third inning is just flipping the game on its head.
It really is. We had much more time to chat in the earlier innings, but look at that rise ball. Faircloth has that working so well.
Yeah, the first two innings been all kind of traffic. I mean, base runners everywhere. Free passes, grand slams. On the top of the third, A&M went down, or excuse me, Mississippi State went down in the top of the third in order. And now Faircloth is trying to do the same to the Aggies in the bottom of the third.
And she quickly works this count to 0-2. See if she goes back to the rise ball here.
And she struck out the side. A&M 12 hits through the first two innings. In the third, Faircloth strikes out all three of them to the plate. Not just all three of them, it's Perez, it's Wark, and it's Kowalewski.
Faircloth goes back to the rise ball again. That's her fourth on the day.
All right, so in that third inning, pitching made a stand. It's all offensive through the first 2 innings, but then Sidney Peters went 1, 2, 3 through Mississippi State in the top of the third. And then Faircloth returned the favor on A&M. Alyssa Faircloth went 1, 2, 3 through the Aggies in the third, striking all of them out. So pitching has arrived again. Here we go to the 4th inning.
Yeah, and how about just the rise ball working on both sides now for Peters and Faircloth. Both of these pitchers have a lot of good movement. Sometimes they'll work side to side, working some off speed, but right now they're both working up. See a change up there, but they're both working up and they're getting the pitch to be deceptive enough that they've got both sides swinging and missing.
So Kara Sells leading it off, top of 4.
Sydney.
Walk issued to Kiara Sells. She's been on base every time in this game. Single, a hit by pitch, and that walk right there. So Mississippi State, they were out to a 6-0 lead right away, but they play from behind now as we approach the midway point of this one. Paige Ernstes will come up to face Sidney Peters. Third time in 4 innings, Mississippi State has put the leadoff runner on, or leadoff hitter on base. Inside corner for a strike, 1-2. Just missed the inside corner.
Yeah, the 12th man did not like that one.
And time called again. Full count now.
Ernstes has done a good job of went from being down in this count, working it full, staying patient.
That's at Talon Edwards' only play at first base, first out of the inning. Well, we told you how strange that third inning was. It just flew by. First 2 innings, easily over an hour total.
Yeah.
And then you get back on track if you think of time of game with that third inning taking just 10 minutes.
You're right. You're right. Felt like we had to catch our breath after that third inning, how fast we moved.
I mean, we thought every hitter today was going to bat in all 7 innings. That's where we were.
Yes.
At one point.
That is what the first 2 innings were shaping up to be.
Everybody was going to get 7 plate appearances today. The third inning solved some of that. On that ground out by Ernstes, Sells went to second base, so Carter hits with a runner in scoring position. Anna Carter has walked twice already in this one. Lifted to left. That one's easy on Paisley Allen. Morgan Bernardini at the plate. 2 free passes issued to her today. Walk, and she's been hit by pitch, and this to center field. Over to it, Kelsey Mathis. Leadoff walk is harmless. Halfway home in this one, 9-6 Aggies. For Mississippi State, Alyssa Faircloth has entered, and Donna, that rise ball, that's what she goes to.
Well, look at that back-to-back-to-back strikeouts in the bottom of the third inning, all on the rise ball. Incredibly deceptive. She got everyone fooled on that pitch right now. So, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, she comes in. A&M had put up 9 runs on 12 hits in the first 2 innings. And she strikes out 3 big hitters in the third inning. So, yeah, Faircloth on for Mississippi State. Sydney Peters on for A&M. They're both trying to calm this game down that was loud and raucous through 2 innings. To the bottom of the 4th we go, and Kelsey Mathis leading off for A&M. RBI single back in that big 9-run second inning for A&M. So she is 1 for 2.
Well, that's a good point, too. That wasn't just any part of the lineup. That was 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
So
2 of your home run hitters.
Right.
I mean, really all of them. Perez, Wark, and Kowalewski with big averages. Mathis off the wall. A double to start the bottom of the 4th. The offense is trying to get loud again.
That curveball just sat over the middle again. Kelsey Mathis drills it to left center. Just hits the base of the wall.
KK Dement, a base hit and a fly out, 1 for 2. Fouled this away right side. Did that land in somebody's popcorn bucket?
I think so.
It's quite the catch if they did.
Think about it. Oh, he hit off her hand. We just saw some popcorn fly.
Yeah.
They're checking her out.
Hope everybody's okay. I think that's the case. I think everybody's all right. KK Dement had an 0-2 count, but Faircloth missed up and in there, 1-2. After that foul ball, fan getting checked on. Think everything's all right.
I think I saw a smile.
And that got away, so Mathis is going to third.
Just like that, KK Dement back in this at bat. Count even at 2-2.
Reached out, swing and a miss. Faircloth has another strikeout as she's trying to keep Mathis right there at third base.
Considering how much Faircloth threw yesterday, she has been so impressive coming in relief today.
That'll get out of play. Lays down a bunt, squeeze play, and the Aggies executed. Mathis slides in ahead of the tag.
You want to talk about execution. Paisley Allen's second bunt of the day that she has just placed perfectly. Gets down the line, squeeze, she pushes it towards first base, which is exactly what you want when you're sending a runner from third. Mathis able to slide in safe, Paisley Allen safe at first base. She's been incredibly productive at the plate today. That's 2 bunts and a home run.
Now, I'll say this, I loved the effort by Faircloth, diving and trying to flip with the glove. That's all she could do. Made it as close as she possibly could, but it was executed so perfectly. You just weren't going to get Mathis after Allen laid down the bunt. And now a chance for 2, and Mississippi State turns it. That'll get them out of the inning, but the Aggies add another run, 10-6 A&M.
Mic'd Up Monday is awesome to give the fans an inside look.
We got one game left. We need to show that we're the most excited to play.
We have some really great minds, and we have some really big personalities.
Let's go! Let's go!
Tomorrow, Mic'd Up Monday features Texas and Georgia. Tony Baldwin mic'd up for that one. In Athens, A&M, a game out of first place in the Southeastern Conference standings. And then behind the Aggies, Florida, Texas, and Tennessee. We told you, we referenced it, A&M and Oklahoma here at Davis Diamond and the final weekend of the regular season. And an update for you that Georgia, they beat Texas today. So that evens that series at one game apiece, and Texas and Georgia will decide that series in Athens tomorrow with Mic'd Up Monday. Right away, swinging was Des Rivera, and she pops up.
That makes tomorrow's deciding game 3 all the more interesting.
So a quick out for Sydney Peters. Now you have to face Zion Romero, who had the grand slam earlier. Six-run top of the first for Mississippi State today. 10 unanswered by the Aggies since then, and 9 of those by A&M in the bottom of the second. Skied again here, calling for it. Talon Edwards. Sydney Peters. She has really calmed this thing down. She's having a brilliant weekend, not just Sunday. Remember, she threw a complete game on Friday. She's having a brilliant weekend here against Mississippi State.
Yeah, if you're Coach Ford, you got to be so happy with the production you're getting out of Sydney Peters, especially this weekend. We talk about every weekend's important, but when the SEC standings, which we just looked at, are as close as they are, and you're heading down the stretch and you want to push for that regular season title, for a good seed in the tournament, you're playing really for your NCAA tournament hopes, or not hopes, but you're playing for that home field. You want to host a regional, and all of this factors in. And so it's a separator, and when you're this close to the top of the standings, you're just right outside of first place, every game matters that much more.
And that's why this series just felt so big.
Yes.
A&M and Mississippi State, you could have said both coming into the weekend would be on the so-called hosting bubble.
Yep.
Both have a chance to host. And you thought the winner of this series would get a leg up on that. The Aggies have already won the series. Oh, Paisley Allen was going to reach over the wall and try to make an amazing catch. She's done that before this year. Some amazing catches in the outfield. She was going for another one on that foul ball. But A&M has won the series. You got to like their chances to host. Mississippi State, if you're on the hosting bubble, you can ill afford to be swept in a situation like that if you want to get a regional to Starkville. But that is why this series felt so big coming in. And the Aggies trying to really boost their resume while putting a dent in the resume of Mississippi State.
And that's why this one just feels all the more important for both squads. And I mean this game specifically, because if you're A&M and you want to be able to take what you can, especially at home, a sweep would be a big deal. I mean, obviously every win matters, and that's what you're going out to do every single game, but this SEC schedule is a gauntlet. If you look at who Mississippi State has had to play consecutive weekends, they don't have, you can't take a weekend off in this conference, but Mississippi State has played almost every team that is on the left side of the standings in the hunt, that top half.
You just don't get those breaks. well, as we said, after this weekend for both teams, Mississippi State and A&M, there are 2 series left in conference play. Yeah, we've referenced a couple of times A&M hosting Oklahoma to end the year, but A&M next weekend goes on the road to take on South Carolina. Mississippi State next weekend will host LSU in Starkville. So Aggies on the road next weekend, Mississippi State at home. Keller, I mean, she has turned on a few pitches. She got that to leave the yard, but well foul.
Yeah, Keller taking some good hacks this at bat. Fouling a couple off, working to count.
Keller's 1 for 8 in this series. Turned on another one. On a line, hit it foul. Quite an at-bat by Keller. She's worked the count full. Who's it going to be, Sydney Peters or Kinley Keller? Mississippi State trying to get a 2-out base runner here. And Keller goes the opposite way to win the fight, so to speak. I mean, it was pull, turn on things, and look what you do to win the fight. You go the opposite way.
How about that at bat by the freshman? Fouling him off. Peters pitches her away after going in. And she serves that one to right. That's a heck of a battle.
I know we've seen a ton of offense today, but that was as impressive a plate appearance as we've witnessed all day.
Yes.
What Kinley Keller just did.
Working to count, fouling pitches off, waiting to get your pitch.
It's the 5th hit of the day for Mississippi State. Now down the line, and that just went foul off the bat of Morgan Stiles. Would have been 2 aboard with 2 outs. Stiles has a hit today. Single back in the 1st inning.
The Bulldogs showing some fight here with 2 outs. Putting some good swings on these balls.
Check swing, and it goes foul over to the right side. It's going to be all pop-ups to the infield for the 3 outs this inning. Pop-ups to short, then, to third, then second, then short. That ends the inning. Here's the Mississippi State resume. RPI right now at 18. That's kind of why we say they're on that hosting bubble.
Yep.
If it improves, you like their chances. If it doesn't, if it drops, they're probably a 2 seed in a regional on the road somewhere. I don't know how many times we can say it. You're at that point of the year where something is going to ride on every pitch. Everybody's playing for something. You could be playing for a conference championship. That's kind of where the Aggies are right now, playing for hosting. There's some teams out there trying to play just to get into the NCAA tournament. Some teams have struggled, but once you get to your conference tournament, somewhat new life, and you try to go win the bracket and get your automatic bid. It just always something to play for as you get late in the season.
Well, credit this Mississippi State team, you know, they have the big first inning. A&M comes back. It doesn't feel like they've lost any fight. Faircloth has come in and quieted this A&M lineup. And then you feel like offensively, at least in the top of the 5th inning, they're starting to string together some good at-bats. So it doesn't feel like this game is out of reach for them, and they still look like they're fighting.
Turned on, hit well, but foul off the bat of Kennedy Powell. Yeah, both starters struggled today mightily. Gray Sparks for A&M and Peja Gould for Mississippi State. A&M ends up going back to their Friday starter, Sidney Peters. Mississippi State goes back to yesterday's starter, Alyssa Faircloth, and both done a nice job of calming this game somewhat. Got a strike call on the outside corner. Kennedy Powell with that lean back in disapproval. She is a strikeout victim.
Take a look at that one. Close.
Talon Edwards, single, walk, and a ground out to first base in that order. That looks like it'll get out of play. Nadia Barbary was giving it a look, but the play is made in the stands. Nice catch.
Way to track that.
I love just the good old-fashioned handshake, and congratulations on the foul ball here at the park today. I imagine that came with a well done, young man.
Yeah.
Oh, look out. It was inside and looked like it was on a path to hit Talon Edwards, maybe in that front leg, but scooted out of the way of it. Chop foul here off the bag at first base. So a 1-2 count to Talon Edwards. Aggies looking for a base runner in the bottom of the 5th. Oh, just foul. It was over a reaching glove of Paige Ernstes and landed just foul up the right field line.
Yeah, that was a close play.
This plate appearance by Talon Edwards sort of feels like the one by Kinley Keller just an inning ago. I mean, fouling off pitches, hanging in there with 2 strikes. And this will end with a ground ball at Ernstes, and she'll touch the bag. Struck it pretty well. but right at Ernstes. Maya Perez coming to the plate to face Alyssa Faircloth. Perez, the grand slam in the second. She's 2 for 3. Faircloth did strike her out the last time she came to the plate. One and one after that caught the inside corner. Perez showed bunt, fouled it off, struck her in the leg, but she was in the box. So it's a strike and a 1-2 count.
I don't think I have ever seen that from Maya Perez. A bunt?
Well, maybe she thought that right side of the infield playing back on her, she could have put one that way. Not sure, but she pops up here. That's another good inning for Alyssa Faircloth. Mississippi State's got some catching up to do, though. A half inning in on this Sunday, Mississippi State was up 6-0. They got a top of the first grand slam from Zion Romero to help them out. But the Aggies in the bottom of the second got a Maya Perez grand slam. It was 6-6 after 2 innings. So at the moment, it's 10 unanswered by A&M. And the Aggies looking for a sweep here at home this weekend.
Well, this one has felt like 2 separate games that we've watched, and we're in the top of the 6th inning. So if you're just tuning in, it's been a real roller coaster. It has looked like 2 completely different games.
No doubt. I mean, you nailed it. That is exactly right. I mean, 2 innings in, you're talking about a 9-6 game. We laughed, but said, I mean, you might get every hitter coming to the plate in every inning today, and we might be here for somewhere in the range of 4 hours.
That's right.
And then it all halted at the end of 2, and pitching has kind of taken over thanks to Sydney Peters for A&M and Alyssa Faircloth for Mississippi State. But it's been an odd one for sure. But if you're Mississippi State, you're 6 outs away from being swept. You got to find some answers, and you got to do it quick. Barbary hit that pretty well to left, and back on the track is Paisley Allen. Well, Sydney Peters came into the game to start the third inning for A&M. And she's only allowed a harmless walk and a harmless single, and that is it. Kiara Sells hits against her now. Sells has been on base every time. Single in the first. She was a hit batter in the second. She walked in the fourth. Sells is a Lone Star State native. She's from Jasper, Texas. Southeast Texas.
Coach Ricketts had so much to say about Kiara Sells. Just a walk on the first 2 years, handful of at-bats, kept working, kept getting better. She worked her way into this lineup. She has just continued to get better and be a mainstay for the Bulldogs.
Sydney Peters. Peters hasn't used the strikeout a ton to be effective, but she's got another one right there.
This one again, just goes up in the zone, a little late break on that.
Ernstez looked at a strike to start her count. Now it's an offensive meeting. And while that happens, Ariel Kowalewski will head out toward the circle to talk with Sydney Peters, and that was a conversation between those two that had some laughter to it. Not the offensive meeting, but I don't think there was a lot Kowalewski needed to tell Peters.
Yeah, just, you know.
Hey, if they're going to talk, we'll talk, but just keep it up.
Right. Just keep doing what you're doing.
There you go. And Ernstez lifts that foul territory left field, but over to it, Paisley Allen, and Sydney Peters cruises through another inning. The Aggies 3 outs away from taking all 3 this weekend.
ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. Visit activate.espn.com to see if you have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
And we welcome you back. A&M's going to look for insurance in the bottom of the 6th, then try to close this one out in the top of the 7th. During the break, we became aware of some defensive changes for Mississippi State. They've put Kaylani Sells in center field, the sister of Kiara Sells. And then that means they move Kenley Keller to right field. So Kalani Sells, is in the game. Her sister Kiara Sells checks out. Michaela Wark leading it off.
We also have a new first baseman as well.
Another change for Mississippi State. Abby Grace Richardson is in. Paige Ernstez was there. Full count now to Michaela Wark. Wark looking for her first hit of the game. She was hit by a pitch in the second inning and would come home to score after that. And this is toward Kenley Keller, who's now in right field, and she'll make the catch. Kowalewski over the head of the shortstop, Morgan Stiles, and the Aggies have a base runner with one out. 2 for 4 today, Ariel Kowalewski. Fourteenth hit of the game for A&M.
Looks like we're going to get a pinch runner.
Haley Golden comes in.
That's the play. It's going to be center fielder number 99, Kelsey Mathis.
Kelsey Mathis at the plate. A&M closing in on a sweep. They'll need 3 outs in the top of the 7th to get it for Mississippi State. That top of the 7th will begin with Anna Carter, who hits in the 5 spot, so it's 5, 6, and 7 due up. For the Bulldogs, right now they're chasing 4. They don't want it to be any more than that.
A&M trying to tack on some insurance here in the bottom of the 6th. Kelsey Mathis having a nice day at the plate, a single. She doubled off the wall her last at bat.
After the top of the 1st, I bet you didn't expect to say the Aggies would be looking for insurance in the bottom of the 6th.
I did not, no.
You didn't see that. But it's 10 unanswered by A&M.
I can safely say neither of us
Yeah,
expected anything that's happened today.
in the dirt. That means Haley Golden can go to second base. It's been a few wild pitches by Faircloth in an otherwise really good outing.
Yeah, and those haven't really affected her much. Really, the one blemish was the run that the Aggies scored in the 4th inning. But other than that, she has also been really impressive in the circle. Coach Ricketts talking about they just love her attitude and her confidence. She get a little sassy out there, but that's what you want. You want somebody who's got that intensity in the circle, and she's just, they said she's such a competitor, and I think we've really seen that here today in Game 3. Coming in after throwing as many innings as you did in Game 2 and able to keep this game really within reach, it feels like, for the Bulldogs. When it felt like things were getting out of hand, to come in and do that, she's just really shown what she's made of today.
Got Kelsey Mathis looking.
Looks like Faircloth went with the off speed here. Pulls the string on the changeup. Mathis, don't know that she was expecting off speed there, hung her up.
KK DeMint somewhat deep to left, but that's caught by Morgan Bernardini. Last chance for Mississippi State coming up. Sydney Peters trying to close it out. She was a complete game winner on Friday. Came in to start the 3rd inning today, and she's trying to go the rest of the way. And since Peters has come in, most of this is what Peters has done. Simply shut down Mississippi State after the Bulldogs put up that 6-run top of the 1st inning.
Yeah, you want to talk about just quieting a lineup that felt like they finally got that spark that they needed. That big grand slam in the 1st inning felt like the Bulldogs had all of the momentum in this one. A couple walks obviously contributed in that top of the 1st inning, but since then, and since Sydney Peters has taken the circle, she has been able to shut things down.
So as we said, 5, 6, and 7 for Mississippi State here in the top of the 7th. They need base runners and big swings to avoid the brooms. Since the 1st inning, just 3 walks issued by the Aggies. There were control problems early on with Grace Sparks and Taylor Pinnell. But Peters has settled all that. And she's trying to finish. And a 2-2 count to Anna Carter. Ten runs, 14 hits, no errors, A&M. 6 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Mississippi State. And the Bulldogs are going to need to add to that in this 7th. They will get a base runner to start the frame. Infield single by Anna Carter, back up the middle.
It's a nice job with 2 strikes. If you're the Bulldogs right now, your goal is to get the tying run to the plate. So you're just trying to pass the bat, work your way on how you can. It's a good start to trying to get that done in the 7th. I think we'll get a pinch runner here.
It will be. That's Gabby Schaefer. Runs for Bernardini, excuse me, runs for Carter as Bernardini comes to the plate.
If you're the Bulldogs, Bernardini is somebody you want up in this spot. She's been in this league. This is her 4th year in the league. She understands how to approach this with confidence. She's not going to get too high or too low. And in this moment, you need that kind of steadiness in the box to try and keep this thing going. You want one of your experienced hitters up there to try and continue to set the tone.
Off speed for Peters, it's 2-0. So the pinch runner, Schaefer at first, running for Anna Carter. Bernardini at the plate. Fouled away, that'll be out of play. Went up high, waved right through it, 2-2. After Bernardini, Des Rivera awaits on deck. Then it's Zion Romero after Romero had the top of the 1st grand slam. Swing and a miss on a 2-2, and Peters strikes out Bernardini.
Peters goes to that off speed, turns it over, gets Bernardini to swing through that one. Feels like a big strikeout.
Much needed. He's got to go get 2 more. This is a pinch hitter at the plate for Des Rivera. It's Ali Suppan, freshman. Suppan has appeared in this series in both games, and now all 3 of them. She's come off the bench in all 3 of them. She is 0 for 3 on the weekend. Fouled away and 2 strikes on her.
Well, I always say, coming off the bench late in the game to pinch hit is one of the tougher things to do in this game. You warm up. We're now almost 2.5 hours into this game. You haven't picked up a bat. Now you're coming in. You got to try and make something happen.
Chopped it, at Kennedy Powell, and she'll make the play. That moves Schaefer, the pinch runner, to second base, but the Aggies not worried about her right now. A&M an out away from a late season sweep that would be valuable for their resume, and it would keep them in the hunt for a conference title as you go down the stretch here. Zion Romero.
The crowd on their feet here at Davis Diamond. We haven't seen Peters get behind in many counts today. He's gonna have to work back in this one.
Gave Romero a strike, so 3-1. Tough play for KK DeMint. That'll bring a run home as it got into left field. Schaefer, the pinch runner, will score 10-7.
Nice job by Romero. Hard hit ball. That's a tough play for KK going back. That one's hard hit, and Romero now has 5 RBIs on the day.
She really hit the ball hard in 3 of her trips to the plate.
Yeah.
The grand slam, the ball right there, and she had a line out earlier that she struck really well. Kenley Keller, that is off of Peters. That's going to be a base hit. And all of a sudden, the tying run will come to the plate for Mississippi State.
That ball hit well back up the middle. Peters got a glove on it, but just couldn't hang on. That was kind of just a self-defense move. But here we are, tying run at the plate.
It's Morgan Stiles, the leadoff hitter for the entire lineup. Her day in order: a single, a walk, a strikeout, and a pop-up. And now Mississippi State down to their last strike. Davis Diamond on their feet again. They're hoping for the last time. Up high and a 1-2 count.
Had to know Peters wasn't going to supply anything in the zone there. Trying to get her to chase.
To left, off the wall. That was close to tying the game. 2 runs are going to score, and it's 10-9. The Aggies had to hold their breath because Stiles hit that well to left, and it was off the wall. If that got out of here, it would have been 10-10.
That's excellent hitting with 2 strikes. Morgan Stiles got her hands elevated to that rise ball and able to come all the way through it. And that one off the wall, close to getting out of here. But that's a really good adjustment on a rise ball that's been working really well for Sydney Peters, for Stiles to be able to elevate her hands, almost get on top of that one and drive that. Now, Will, this has felt like one of the crazier games that we have called. And we've called some crazy games together.
And Mississippi State, they get the 6 in the first, but then Sydney Peters comes in. She looks dominant again. It almost looked like the Aggies, after putting up those 10 unanswered, looked like they were going to cruise home.
And 2 quick outs in this inning.
Yes, and then, I mean,
this damage has been done with 2 outs.
Stiles is 3 to 4 feet
off
the wall out there from tying this game. Now she is on second base. She is in scoring position.
Yeah.
If Nadia Barbary can drive her in, it is 10 to 10.
And we talked about earlier in this inning, I said Bernardini is a hitter you want up at the plate when you're in a situation where you have to battle back. Barbary is another one.
So Mississippi State not going silently, trying to salvage a game this weekend. They're within a run. That's to left. Allen's waiting on it, and the Aggies can exhale. They'll hang on and win this one on Sunday, and Texas A&M sweeps away Mississippi State. Got interesting in the end, Donna, but the Aggies find a way to get another SEC victory.
Well, what a game this has been. I mean, from all of the offense in the first couple innings to pitching taking over in the back half of this one, Mississippi State never giving up, stringing some really good at-bats together in the top of the 7th. This one was an absolute battle today. Texas A&M comes away with a very important sweep, especially for the SEC standings.
Big boost to the resume for the Aggies, and for Mississippi State, the resume takes a bit of a hit. 10-9, A&M gets this one, and the Aggies sweep the series. For Donna Stark, I'm Will Johnson. Thanks for checking us out on the SEC Network today. The Aggies win, and the Aggies sweep.